The real secret to becoming successful at anything you try is to literally just start. It's very, very simple. Just start and don't stop. But the road from the start to the end point of success is very long and it's not easy. It's okay to not know what you're doing. It's okay to be bad at stuff in the beginning. Everyone's gonna suck in the beginning of whatever they try to do. It's a fact. There's no textbook, course, class you can take that will make you an expert at something before you even try. Experience is the best teacher, so you will fail. You might fail a couple of times, but it's about taking it on the chin and moving forward every single time. I saw something that really sparked my thinking the other day. I was reading about how companies got their start in business, and I learned that Sony started by making electric rice cookers, not the tech and the headphones and speakers and the movies that they make today. Nokia actually started as a paper mill. They didn't start by making the first ever indestructible phone. This one was intriguing. Lamborghini started by making tractors for farmers. They didn't start by making supercars that symbolize wealth like they did today. Apple and Google both started in some random person's garage. And now they are two of the biggest companies to ever exist, impacting billions of lives. I'm not saying go start making rice cookers in your garage. I'm just saying that it doesn't matter how you start. It only matters that you do start. Because nobody knows what they're doing in the beginning. You just gotta start and not stop, not give up, not get bored, and then want to do something else that's stimulating. Probably the coolest one I was reading was Nintendo started by making Japanese playing cards in 1889. And then exactly 100 years later, in 1989, they released the Game Boy. And this was a revolutionary technology. This was the first handheld game that you could play like an arcade style. This really put Nintendo on the map. And then 20 years later, the Nintendo DS came out. And I remember this like it was yesterday because this consumed my childhood. I played DS all the time. And then 15 years later, the Nintendo Switch came out. Almost everyone has a Nintendo Switch. Nintendo is a classic example of starting and not stopping. Do you think the founder, when he was making playing cards in 1889, ever considered that his company might go to video games and make revolutionary technology in the video game and arcade space? Probably not. But he just never stopped. He never stopped being creative. He never stopped pushing the limits. We can actually take a lot away from companies like Nintendo or Google or Apple. We can look at our own journey and realize we haven't been doing this long enough for us to reach that tier of success. One thing I like to tell myself a lot is you can't have a storybook ending without the actual story. You know how stories end. The main character defeats his enemy, he gets the girl of his dreams, and starts a family, and they live happily ever after. And we see this and we're stunned. We're like, dude, I want this for myself. This is so cool. He deserves this. And then we forget about the rest of the story. The part of the story where the main character got evicted from his apartment, or didn't have enough money to pay his bills, or got made fun of and bullied in school. All these experiences, all these hard times made him the man that was able to defeat his enemy, that was able to get the girl at the end, that was able to accomplish what he set out to. He just never stopped. And this could very well be reality for us too. We are so capable to win at life, now more than ever. But the question is, will you keep going? Will you start not knowing what's in front of you, not knowing if it'll even work out? Are you willing to trust yourself and the process? Are you willing to have a storybook ending? Because if that's the case, then you'll need a story to go with it. Thanks for coming on this journey with me. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. God bless.